Hello and welcome. My name is Sam Collins, and in this DVD over the course of the next couple of hours, I want to take a look at a particular pawn structure which is universal to queen's pawn openings, also can occur from king's pawn openings. A structure which I call the Capablanca structure. I suppose the first question which might arise is, what is the Capablanca structure in that? This is a name which I recently made up for it. The featured position shows the structure which I want to talk about, with black pawns on c6 and e6 against white pawns on c4 and d4. Now this can happen in a huge range of openings. You'll see from just the examples which are collected on this DVD and in the database, the number of different preceding sequences which can lead to this structure. But it involves, of course, the trade of a white e pawn for a black d pawn. So typically in a queen's pawn opening where white will play, say, pawn to d4, pawn to c4, and maybe pawn to e3, followed by bishop d3, knight c3, and then pawn to e4. That's one of the most common occurrences. But you see it arise from different openings as well. You see it where white fianchettos his king's bishop. You can see it in a closed Catalan, for instance. You see it in e4 openings. It arises from the Alekhine. It arises from the Scandinavian. It arises from the Caro-Kann, the Rubinstein French. But the specific positions which we'll be considering have really a queen's pawn flavor to them, in my view, because of this pawn on c4. So this is what distinguishes it from just talking in general about the Caro-Kann, for instance, or talking in general about the Rubinstein French, is that we'll be considering the positions where this white pawn is on c4, which really changes the complexion of the position. It changes the character of the position compared to this pawn being somewhere else. But we'll talk about all of that in the ideas section, and we'll talk about that when we get into the more substantive content. But I suppose the reason why I wanted to address this structure was because I think it's an unexplored or an underexplored topic in chess, because looking through my own games, I find multiple examples of this structure with white and with black. It seems like there are identifiable principles which govern the structure, principles which we can learn. But I think it's something which isn't traditionally very well explored. It's not like an isolated queen's pawn or a hedgehog or something, which has a whole body of theory around it. So often players just need to kind of muddle their way through. So what I hope to do in this presentation is to give you some ideas with white and with black as to what are the key ideas, the key themes which both sides use in trying to handle this type of structure, but from a wide range of openings. I should mention as well the reason why I've called it the Capablanca structure is because the fundamental ideas, in particular for how black should play, were laid down by Capablanca around 100 years ago. So even in very different openings against different opponents, those ideas, to my mind, are still remarkably fresh and still inform the top level play in this structure. So I hope that you can learn something from this DVD, maybe get a few ideas for your own games of maybe openings which you'd like to try, because this structure, if you do like it, you'll find that you can get it from virtually any opening position, which should prove a kind of nice bridge into the middle game, where you play middle game positions which you understand. So I hope you like the presentation.